Do you think that book can change the way you think or your perspective of looking the things, or do you think that it can give you a better life or can increase the income conditions of yours, or do you think that books are really a good friend of a normal human being? So hey everyone, my name is Cab and today I have our recommendations of self-help books, so stay tuned for that. The first book that I have here is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, and I have read this book 3 or 4 times, and there are 12 points to help you maintain your relations with your friends, your family, and it's not about making new friends only. It's about every person you meet in your life and how to maintain a good relation with them. And this book is so good and the points are so important to learn and to just practically do it in your life, because this is very helpful to maintain the relations and friendly gestures with others. And this is not about just winning a conversation with our argument. You just have to learn how to lose a conversation but increase the friendship. There are 12 points to increase your friendship and influence people, but these 12 points are described very well with a lot of examples, and they are not a fictional examples. They are taken from a real life person, and all the businessmen or millionaires have a very good knowledge of these things that are illustrated in this book. So I think definitely you should read this book. The next book that I have is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and this is the book that can increase your economic conditions. And this is not about the money only, because this talk about all the confidence, your fame, the courage. It's about growing everything in a personal life, and this is also illustrated with a lot of examples to understand it very nice way. And I think everyone should read this, because money is not everything and everyone want to just earn money, but relations and family support, courage, inspiration, these are all things that we need to grow, and this book taught you very well about this. The next book I have is How to Stop Worrying and Start Living by Dale Carnegie, and this is the second book that I read of Dale Carnegie, and he is a fantastic self-help book writer, because he just take out the original things from a person's life and include it in the books, which are very helpful to the new readers. And this book generally talk about the fear of the people, that people were afraid of dying, but this is the thing that we should not afraid, and it is illustrated in this book very well, that you have to leave the fear of death and you have to start living and enjoying your life, and to talk about the ridiculous things that you can do in your life. Make fun of yourself, enjoy yourself, laugh on yourself, but don't fear of death, that you are going to die at the moment or the next moment, but you should learn to live every moment. There are some of the tips that I would like to read for you, that these are all illustrated in this book, and these tips are fundamental facts you should know about worry, a magic formula for solving worry situations, 7 ways to cultivate a mental attitude that will bring you peace and happiness, how to keep from worrying about criticism, 6 ways to prevent fatigue and worry, personal tips for those who have conquered worry. And that is why it makes it special that the examples or the illustrations that are in this book are from a very famous people, or the people who were from a very backward classes, but they gain a name and fame just because they knew what the life origin is, and they don't fear the death, but they believe in living it a very full enjoyment and with a very good spirit. The next book that I have is The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy, and this talk about our brain and our system, that we have two kinds of brain, that is subconscious mind and conscious mind, and we need to learn that what we think and how we think about this. The one line in this book is quite repetitive and it is very true about it, that is that as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. And it is very true, that because when a person think something good, he become good, and when he think something bad, he become bad. So it is well illustrated in this book that a man should learn what he need to think and what he want from his mind. It is well said that the brain is a very good servant but a very dangerous master. So don't make your brain a master, make it your servant. Whatever you say to him, it will do it. So this book generally talk about all these things that we want from our brain, and we need to command our brain, not to become slave of our brain. So this book generally talk about this, and these are a lot of illustration and examples that we would love to know about it, because this is so great to read about our life and our thinking that change our perspective. So this is a really good book to read. The next book that I have is The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale, and this book I can say that I have three major reasons to not to read this book. First, the size of the book. It is so small that I don't like small books, and I just hated it. And when I bought this, I think I will not read it because this is not worth reading, I think. And second is the printing. Look at the printing. It was so dense and so small that I just hated it, and I decided that well, I'm not gonna read this. And the third is that when I read it, it mostly talk about God, and being an atheist, I don't believe in God, so I think it's not gonna work for me, because whenever you are in problem, you're going to just ask God for help, and I'm not a God lover, so I think that, well, this is not for me. But when I just read the whole book and try to just bring it in my mind and use it in my practical life, I came to know that this is not about God, this is about us, the human beings. And all the examples that were given in this book about God and for asking for help, this is about not God actually, this is us. We can ask ourselves for help, and we can help ourselves, no one can help us. So this is the book that I just really think it helps me a lot, and this is the most lovable books because this one has to deal so many things in my life, and that's why it's very good to read. So these are some of the book recommendations that I have for you guys, and I think everyone should definitely check this out once in life, because these are very helpful in just developing your personality, your thinking. It just helps in so many ways. You will understand its importance when you will read it and use it practically in your life, because these are really inspirational and helpful in personal life. So just guys, go read it and tell me what you think about self-help books and how they help you. So that's it for today guys. Hope you like my video. I will be back with another video. Until then, keep reading, keep exploring the world. Bye bye.